Hi everyone and welcome back to Talking to Teachers. My name is Chris Height and today I'm joined by a very special guest from our theology department here at CBA. Today I'm with Mr. O'Connor, a teacher of multiple theology courses as well as being assistant basketball coach and JV tennis coach. Mr. O'Connor, how are you today?
Good, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Of course, you know, a CBA legend. I've heard about you before I came to CBA. I had to have you on before I left. But now, Mr. O'Connor, I'll start you off with the same question I asked every teacher I've had on. What's your CBA origin story? How did you end up teaching here?
So it was 2005. I was teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade religion at St. Joseph's School in Keyport. And at the time, I received a call from then Dr. Gary Koch, who is now Father Gary Koch, pastor at St. Benedict's, as you know. And he told me that there was a theology opening at CBA, and if I'd be interested. And I certainly was, having been a 1996 graduate of CBI myself. And I interviewed with Mr. Higgins, who's still our department chair, Mr. Santinello, who was vice principal at the time, and fortunate enough to be offered the position and accepted. And
yeah, you know, obviously, my brother had you.
Yep.
You know, a lot of past alumni have had you. So certainly you're starting to get into the transcending generations.
Yeah, true. I know. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think I've been here a long time. When there are more current teachers that I taught as students than there are teachers that I had as a student that are still working here. So that's a sign that I've been here a long time.
It's an awesome tradition, though.
It is cool. Yeah.
And, you know, kind of going off of what we just said, how's your time here teaching at CBA different from your time as a student? Because obviously there's some probably similarities and differences.
Sure. I think, with school, obviously the technology, even right here in this studio, I think we had back in the 90s one computer lab. You know, now it's bring your own device, digital media network, a lot of the notes with Schoology and everything online, but also the campus, you know, not only the fields that are relatively new with the soccer field and the track and the tennis pavilion and everything, but even the science labs, which are relatively new, this library, all have been positive expansions and changes since I was a student.
Yeah, and are there any specific teachers? I'm going to go off the script.
Sure.
Any specific teachers, have they inspired you? Has it inspired your teaching style from when you were a student that you had?
I would say Mr. Sonic. I talked about him as on freshman retreats that I had him for freshman theology, and he helped. He was freshman basketball coach at the time, and he was part of the reason why I decided to become a basketball manager here at CBA, and that led into coaching really, and also like something like special intentions. That was something I do that I still do in my classes at the beginning of class to ask if anybody has anything to pray for, and that's something that I stole from Mr. Sonic. Also with mentioned Father Gary and the Guru program, trying to continue that tradition from him as well.
Absolutely, and kind of talking about your coaching career. Yeah. So I remember on freshman retreat, not my freshman retreat, the freshman retreat I just went on as a senior. You talk about how you were the manager on the basketball team when you were a student, while Coach Bill was a player.
Correct.
Which I think is pretty awesome.
Yep.
So considering that he's the head coach and you're the assistant coach.
Yeah.
But what's your friendship been like with Coach Bill for all these years, and like how's it been? How have you liked it?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I was not only a basketball manager here at CBA when Coach Bill was here, but then I was a manager at Rutgers when he was a player there. So he was he's a year ahead of me. So for 3 years at Rutgers, and then my senior year, his brother Todd, who also graduated from CBA, was a freshman at Rutgers. So known the Bell family for a long time. Great friendship. I think, Coach is a great coach. Obviously he was an all-state player here, played at Rutgers. So, for me, it's really an honor to be on his staff. I was the manager, but to be part of the staff for the last 17 years, again, I'm honored to be on the staff, and he's a great guy, great friend.
Absolutely. And now, Mr. O'Connor, were you there for Rutgers buzzer beater, the infamous one against Georgetown. Were you in attendance?
I was in attendance. I was not in on the bench, but I was in the stands for that. Yep, '97 buzzer beater against Georgetown, which inspired the T-shirt this year from the business class that I did purchase.
The legendary Coach Billet moment, absolutely. Well, going back to the Guru program for a second. So I'm a Guru, and I've enjoyed. I absolutely love my time as Guru program. I love being one of your students, but not once, but twice.
That's right.
Freshman and senior year. But how has the Guru program changed since your time as a student, and have you enjoyed leading it since you've took over?
Sure. I think there have been some technical changes. You know, we have the online handbook that you used as a freshman, and you still have as a senior, but made some tweaks along the way. But even like this year we're back to hard copy activities with the freshmen, because I think the groups are less distractions that way. I think the groups are more productive, and the core of the program really remains the same. Chris, like with Father Gary, he was the Guru teacher when I was here. Really just having successful CBA students like yourself, like your brother John before you, to help the freshmen get adjusted to life here at CBA, to answer any questions they have, really icebreaker activities early on, and more faith sharing as we go, and really help them to become successful students like their successful students here at CBA, like their peer mentors.
Absolutely. And again, it was very helpful for me when I was a freshman. I love my Guru, Christian. He was great. Yeah. And I hope that I had a little bit of an impact on my guys.
Definitely. Yeah, you see that really at the time when the juniors are applying to the Guru program for the next year. That's affirming for me, and it should be for you guys too. You might not see it now, but they do appreciate their senior Guru mentors, and really most juniors in their application to be Gurus reference the positive Guru experience they had freshman year.
Absolutely. One of the best parts of CBA, in my opinion.
Great. I agree.
But last question for you, Mr. O'Connor, before I let you go. What do you hope for your future here at CBA? I kind of asked that question to a lot of people. Sure. Obviously, you've been here a while already, but what do you hope for the future?
Yeah, I hope to continue what I've been doing. I like teaching. I have 4 freshman sections and the 1 Guru section, and you can see it. I think that helps me with the Gurus because I have so many freshmen, and then to see them, kids like yourself that I had freshman year, really grow into successful CBA students, peer mentors themselves. And I a big part of my time here at CBA and what I enjoy doing is coaching, not only being on the basketball staff, but also as JV tennis coach. Like I mentioned, I was on the tennis team during my time here as well. So really, enjoy what I'm doing now, and hopefully continue for a long time.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. O'Connor, anything else to add before we wrap it up here at Talkin on Teachers?
Just congrats to you on this program. It's great. I've watched a few episodes, so congrats to you and all of the students, and to Mr. Lutz for this network, former Guru himself, so a former student of mine. So congrats on you and your family and the heights on your CBA careers.
Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Well, that'll wrap it up here at Talkin to Teachers. For Mr. O'Connor, I'm Chris Height. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.